Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2 Habsburg Millennium. And in the last episode, we of course learned a heck of a lot about the way the council works. Tax-shifted burgher obligation laws. That just makes me want lunch. To the great King Philip, peace be with you. Please support me by voting with me in the council. Sure. Why not? So we got the Imperial armies crushing France in the north, which is lovely. It's a shame I can't add on a little rider to their war that says, hey, along with deposing of the French anti-pope, you know, that land of Provence, that should probably be given to the Empire to facilitate and run. But you can't win them all, right? What do we got? We need some commanders? Okay, we'll get a commander. There we go. The Duchy of or the Kingdom of Burgundy. My word, how dare I call this a duchy? The Kingdom of Burgundy does not have a reputation for, oh my god, more twins? My word. Let's see. We will probably we'll go for the town now. Get our tax base up to where it should be. This is getting out of hand. And it's in this situation where I start questioning Gavelkind. But I know things like primogeniture are just going to cause me problems in the end. Yeah, and no vassal has a negative opinion of me. That's going to take a while to fix. There's a lot of vassals who do not like me. But yeah, this is good. We can start looking at maybe getting some good marriages out. The nice thing about having this many male children is that I don't really need to worry about, like with my sisters, marrying them off matrilineally, as we did here to expand the Habsburg name so lovely. We can, do normal marriages with these two, because we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sons. It'll take one heck of a Black Death plague infecting everywhere for us to lose all 5 sons. Well, we'll worry about that when time comes, and we can take a look here. I mean, Angus is almost ready, and, the King of Hungary, that might not be a bad little relationship to develop. The King of Hungary. What do you think? Should the Habsburgs start getting involved in the Hungarian way of life? You got any sisters? You don't. A daughter was born to my kinswoman and some dude. She took our name, so she's just a bastard. Not legitimized, mind you. Yeah, we could press that claim for Provence, but, I don't know if we're ready to go against France just yet. It looks like they've got French Frisian anti-papal war, the Holy Roman Emperor anti-papal war, and the Calatrava France. So they're really dealing with a lot of fallout from then setting up their own pope. And you can't really blame them. Catholicism is kind of founded on having the pope. You got more than one pope. Things start to get a little confusing. And how's this coming along? Are we actually improving things? Not really. You want a seat on the council? I don't know if I want to give you a seat on the council. You couldn't produce a legal heir, and now we're absolutely screwed. I don't even know how this guy enters into it. Oops, let's go back to you. That's not even it. Savoy, you. Who are you? And your husband, or your father. Like, I don't understand where this guy's claim is. I mean, he's got a strong claim on it. but I don't know where that came from. I don't necessarily think murdering the man is going to be the best course of action. Since we're not allowed to pass the law that makes the most sense in my head, controlling realm inheritance. Give me the breakdown, though. Is this going to pass? No! No, it won't. Everybody is opposed to that. Jihad for Andalusia? We'll see. I mean, France is dealing with some stuff, so if the Jihad for Andalusia works out, I don't know. We might... What is the Byzantine Empire doing way over here? That is crazy balls. Horrible location. Oh! Oh, okay. Well, I was worried about nothing. So instead of that land leaving, we picked up Flaz here as a new realm of the Kingdom of Burgundy. Well, now I'm tempted to connect these two pieces of land. What do we got there? Alsace? Word has reached us that the ambitious Khan from beyond the Great Mountains has set out to unite the clans of the Great Steppe. It is also said by men who read the stars that this Khan is destined to become the ruler of the world. So the Mongols have shown up. Now, way back when, you know, back when the map of CK2 was this, that would mean you would get massive stacks of horse armies charging in and conquering all the way up to Austria. The good news is, with, you know, the advancement of the game and all the changes that have happened, from my very small experience, the Mongol invasion is much less to worry about. So I don't think we're going to have to deal with any Mongols coming in. And if we do, we're at least relatively strong. And by the time they get to us, they'll have to have grinded through quite a lot of enemies. So yay, we're in the clear, sort of. How's this coming along? Slowly but surely. I don't like the thought of losing it, but, you know, we can do a little familiar, or, you know, in the sense of family, slaughtering if we need to in the future. What do we got? Elective succession in Burgundy. Shocker. From the Duke of Savoy. Okay, well, we know how to deal with this. We're going to spy on you. Elective succession. Like that's ever going to happen. Although, I mean, in a way, it would prevent, you know, Argyle going and things of that nature. Let's see. We'll start with this. I've found out nothing new and useful about Duke Ludolf of Savoy, but as my shady informant pointed out, there's nothing preventing me from making stuff up. Midgets! Shoes! No, Ludolf is having an affair with a feisty ghost. Sure, why not? That sounds like fun. It feels like everyone is trying to trump me. My huntsman killed more prey than I, my counselors found a better solution to the rebellious peasants than mine, and I started to feel that everyone was better than me, no matter what. Let's take a look at our straits. Let's take a look at our traits. We're content, we're deceitful, and we're greedy. I don't necessarily think envious. And I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of a boost to things like diplomacy. Right now we're sitting at a 3. Granted, it gets up to a 21, but we'll try for the kind trait, and we didn't get it. That's not really a surprise. I don't feel too well. You know, don't die. I don't think Kuno's ready for this. But he's got a bit of money, bit of prestige. So that's working out fairly well for him. And once he hits 12, we'll be picking a new child focus for him, I would imagine. And, you know, we'll get that all figured out and sorted. How's this coming along? Still spying. We're slowly getting that up. And I guess if we gave him a seat on the council, he would like us a whole heck of a lot better. His spying skill is actually good. I'll take a look at that. Let's take a look at that now. Actually, he would be a much better spy master. He's a count. He's a duke. Duke should be on the council. We can go ahead and get you doing that. My eyes and ears have discovered the bizarre, repulsive truth about Duke Ludolf of Savoy's sexual preference. How should I use this juicy information? Tell him we'll let the world know. Oh, you stopped. Well, now giving you a place on the fucking council and making you my intrigue guy might not have been the best choice. The other day, skulking as I often do, I caught Count Rudolph. You? Banging my niece? This must be exposed. I don't like you. For reasons far beyond your control. But come on, man. That's just not... It's just not right. Trade post? Who are we... Oh, do we actually own that? We do. We do have some trade posts around. That makes sense. Oh, yeah. We've got no trade posts in Nice, but this is good. This is really good. And then hopefully my Republic will utilize their abilities correctly. Let's go ahead. I'm of two minds here now with Argao. I like the idea of building it up so my personal army can get bigger, but knowing that I'm going to have to fight it in the future, I'm kind of tempted to not build it up anymore, which is probably not the right idea. But yeah, that is something I'm wondering. Is the Pope still against this idea? Yeah. Well, that's so we can imprison him against the will of the council, which will piss him off, but we can't revoke titles because that is illegal. 21. Yeah, we got a long time before we can revoke titles. That is something I should have done, and in future I'm going to know to do when I don't have many vassals. Get that law set in stone right off the bat. So that, you know, the situation with poor Rudolph here. And the dude doesn't even hate me. This is incredible. Not having much luck spying on Duke Ludolf. Let's see if we get another chance to make something up. And, you know, kind of really ruin his day. Oh, we can build more. Oh, well, we're going to save up our money to get Habsburg built up a bit more here. Probably Castletown first, because that'll just, you know, work to getting us even more money. One of my informants, a young soldier with more vices than he can afford, has managed to gain trust of Duke Ludolf and now often stands guard outside his door. Let's see if we can spend 5 whole ducats to make this problem just go away. In disguise, I meet up with my friend, Duke Ludolf's burly armsman and his shifty-looking associate at a run-down tavern. Shamefacedly, he recounts how they stabbed Duke Ludolf in his bed and how he managed to get away. I pat him on the shoulder and tell him it's all right. Outside, I order my guards to tie up the loose ends, if you will. This dude's a little hurt. So that's okay, but we're going to keep this going. You know, we can stab him in his bed again. got away. Come on. Young Agnes has finished her education in ways of faith and learning. I know it's with pride that she has attained nothing less than a masterful level of knowledge. Excellent! So I would imagine your brawny childhood trait here will probably disappear, but holy crap, you turned out to be quite a successful daughter here. Let's see. The King of Castile is... Well, we've done that before. You know, we've gotten involved in... Oh, but your heir is female. Well, at least they're married to the same family. With no inbred children, that's good. Right. Let's take a look at this again. King of Castile would actually be a pretty good alliance. And he's looking for a son. Yeah, let's do it. Perfect. So now we've got a nice non-aggression pact with the king. But let's say we wanted to form an alliance with you. And I think you would agree that that's a good idea. King Philip the Shadow has accepted a call to arms from Guglielmo the Wise against Sultan the Myfroma the Chaste. Yeah, we had no other choice. That's fine. They're winning the war anyway, so that's not really that big of a concern. And I don't think we're going to need to get involved at all, which is good because I don't really think we've got much in the way of ships. Let's check that. We've got 39 ships. So, I mean, that's not too bad. But I also don't think that we need to actually assist. What have you got? My niece to the King of Lyon. Sure, why not? That seems like a good idea. And that guy is going to want an heir right away. So, you know, Katharina's still young enough that she should be able to pop out at least one kid. And, like I said, I don't think there's anything we can do about Kuno's future. And I don't necessarily want to start marrying my sons off just yet. Besides, I would like Mr. Udalric here to get a good religious education. Although, I don't know. He might not be the greatest. And then, I mean, I guess critically we're going to need some land to give him a bishopric. I'm not having much luck spying on Ludolf. To keep it going. And then what I might wind up doing is, yeah, our King 1 is building a temple somewhere that I can just give to Udalric and get him in the church that way. We need another commander, so we'll go with the man who hates me. Alright, marriage ties are falling apart. That happens in life. Looks like the war against France is done, so I'm going to bet that there is no anti-pope. It's just Ionis the 19th. Kicking around, doing his thing. Okay. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll wind up in Bourgogne here, building a temple, which is going to be pretty expensive. But we should have enough money flowing in that won't be too much of a concern. Please support me by voting. Sure. Alright, well, I will be back when something exciting happens. See you guys in a bit. And just a few days later, I've learned from my little birds that Duke Ludolf plans to travel around incognito for a lark. Is this man still got factions against me? He doesn't. And his opinion is getting to be a little bit better. I would imagine the vicious rumor should go away in 3 years. Wow, that's going to take a while. But we got a lot of positive traits going on here. I don't know. Perhaps having a 13-year-old girl running the show might be a bit better. Just easier to control. If this doesn't work, though... yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Okay, the thugs I hired failed to capture Duke Ludolf, although apparently they slew a guard and a servant in the attempt. Idiots. Alright, I think we're gonna be done. We can just stop spying on them. That should slowly tick up. And we got our Chancellor there, improving relations with him. So we should be okay. And he is the only vassal who does not like me. So we should be okay to just work that up. In fact, we can even possibly grant him an honorary title of, oh, I don't know. You can be in charge of the parties. There we go. So that's a positive opinion. That's a step in the right direction. And now we could look at maybe getting free investiture, which won't make the Pope happy, but it should help us in things. So we'll see. And this is one of those votes where I wouldn't necessarily want to use up any favors that I've got stockpiled. Although I'll have to generate more favors to do the title revocation. So maybe, let's see. Request council support. And you will owe him a favor, that's fine. You... we can't request support. Request council support. That's fine. You'll probably go along with it. If we can get a bishop to come in on this too. Got Rudolph is voted. That's lovely. What do we got here? Childhood focuses. You're looking like... who's the other one? Berenger. Honestly, I'm going to get you to go with pride or struggle. Probably pride. And then you... we're going to get you to do the other one. Struggle. There we go. That seems like a good idea. Just the other day, I got a Prince Bishop Adalbero, who should not be sleeping around with anybody. Quite enjoying the lovely warmth of a lowborn. The flesh is weak for, I think. Yeah, sure, why not? Voted for free investiture. That's good. So we're at 3 out of 4. We've approved! Thank you. So now we can take a look at here and like we can appoint the successor. Now I don't know if we can get Udalric just yet, but we'll see if we can. No, we cannot. So we'll wait for him to come along and see if we can appoint him as the next bishop of Basel, which sounds like a nice place. Fingers of St. John the Baptist discount price for boxes of 10. Get in on the business. We're still not cynical, but we are, you know, kind of angering the people. Who are you? Count Rudolph. Yeah, you. You want more council power, and you're not even on the council. Alright, let's spy on him. See if we can convince him to stop being a jerk. And we're still waiting. Those are going to be expensive, and this is going to take a very long time. No, I'm sure he's up to something. Even if we have to make something up, I'm sure he's up to it. And that's just... Yeah, that's Hartman for Burgundy. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Do you have a claim? Where did you get a claim from? From your mother. Okay, that makes sense. You're celibate, though. Why would we put a 60-year-old celibate man on the throne? That doesn't make any sense. Revolt against Kaiser whoever. Well, I can almost guarantee that that revolt is not going to last. Ludolf is no longer spy master for me. That's a surprise. So taking a look, the Empire is looking fairly big. We're going to need a new spy master, so we're going to go ahead and go in here. And I don't like Rudolf, even though he should probably be on the council. We'll get Gotthard here to be our spy master, and then we will add Rudolf in like that. That should make him happy, right? You're on the council now, buddy. Good work. I don't think that we need to make anything up about this guy anymore. We've kind of made him happy. And hopefully, when, 2221 rolls around, or 1221 rolls around, we'll be able to put a vote in and get title revocation set up so we can finally get this land for ourselves. That's kind of been the goal of the last 2 episodes. I don't know, I mean, I guess I could go and fabricate a claim on it as well, which is also a possibility. I don't think we really need to worry about sucking up to a 14-year-old girl, so let's go and see if we can just fabricate a claim. Alright, because this guy still has land. It's not like I'm taking away all of his power. I'm just taking away one of his counties. So, my chancellor's dead. We're going to have to get a new one of them. Thankfully, diplomats are, dime a dozen for quality in the county, or in the Kingdom of Burgundy. Man, I have degraded that title. First, it went from a kingdom to a duchy, and then it went from a kingdom to a county. It is ridiculous. 2 commanders. Done. Could really use some better military people in this kingdom. But we'll work on that at some point. It might not be a bad idea to get a Habsburg. Can we do that properly? Not a arrange a betrothal. We can't really do that properly. No, I'd have to get that marriage set beforehand, really. Before my poor wife, Gerberga, died of poor health. Being on your liege's council is not always easy. You have a huge amount of work that needs attention, and there is just so much to do. The list seems endless. Just as you're about to give up, Mayor Lutbert steps through the door and asks if you want any help. As tempting as it may be, you would be in his debt for it. Yeah! Help me out, buddy. That's just fine with me. And non-aggression pact between people. Slowly getting our finances up, but it is going to take a lot of money. We could even contemplate, actually, considering we're doing this for God's work. You have reinvestiture. Yeah, I probably should have got the money from the Pope before switching this around to anger the Pope. Use it. So now that's still not going to happen. That's fine. Intrigue. Let's take a look. No, none of that. I don't want to kill anybody. I just want my claim. Alright, let's take a look at my vassals. Who's mad at me? Nobody! Okay, well that's good. So then in that case, we'll just use our diplomat to improve relations with the Emperor. I've decided to institute the title revocation allowed law. Yeah, I approve it, unless you go and try and revoke my kingdom title and turn it into a viceroyalty title. But if you can set the legal precedent, maybe then my council will take a look at it and be like, perhaps that's a good idea. I don't know why the freaking Council of the Emperor is A-okay with it, but none of mine are. And then, yeah. So what would we need for primogeniture? Late feudal and imperial administration, high crown authority, things of that nature. And I'm really not sure I want to do that. Castletown's been built in Habsburg, so that should mean a little bit more money coming our way. And I think that's where I'm going to leave the video for today and this recording session. I got 3 episodes in, which is not bad at all. Let's not compress the save game data. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.